talking about the present, there could not be a more powerful person, in my personal opinion, than Farzam Kamalabadi. He's an eminent Persian American. I won't even call him a business guy. He's beyond just a business guy. He helped set up the Belt and the Silk Road of China. He don't just speak one Chinese dialect. He multiple Chinese dialect, which puts me to shame. I'm Chinese and I don't even speak my own Chinese dialect. This man is just so eminent, just so talented, but beyond that, he is a great creator for this world moving forward. So I am blessed that our collective is partnered with him, Future Trends, and also our other partner who's also on this forum, Palaxi, to implement the future moving forward. That is not just about money. Money is important, but it's more than just about money. And this gentleman here will tell you why he has been so successful, but not just about money. Beyond it, his spirituality is absolutely outstanding. So please, Farzam, my brother, I give you the platform. Thank you.
Greetings to all, and with deep appreciation for Dr. Leon. You can call him my spirit brother. And thank you for creating the platform through the function of the marvelous media to communicate not only to our own core group, but to the world through this recording. And thanks to Andrea, our youngest and the visionary. It is my pleasure to meet everyone on this platform that I have not yet gotten to know. And we are co-workers in creating something we can call, you call the collective future of humanity. My organization is called Future Trends. So the good thing about Future Trends is that it's not just future. It is creating the direction for the future, but now, from here. We should all think of both highest vision and ideals, but the most pragmatic and practical solutions. And in doing so, create the trend, or create the, what we call leadership by example, but by servitude, and by action that really uplifts humanity. We are talking about upliftment of humanity. Upliftment of humanity happens on the realm of ideals, thinking, vision, self-mission, especially the young, direction, finding what is our God-given talent, our career, our abilities, and our contributions to the world, and money-making all aligned together, so that humanity and the future generation is not alienated from itself. So I believe in finding early on your own calling, your own destiny. It is very interesting because we live in a very special times, as everyone is witnessing, but there are a few angles that shows the power of it. Over 100 years ago, we would not be talking about the human race. Nobody would use the vocabulary of humanity, mankind as one family. We would not be talking about what can we do for our planet. Nobody cared about the planet. Even if we talked about our village, wasn't big enough. So it was very small. The time that we are born in the same village, grow up in the same village, find work in the same village, marry, have a family, and also at the same time grow old and maybe die in the same village is gone. The entire human race are members of one small village. Fortunately, the realities of the time have ushered us in. The physical realities as well as the scientific realities. For example, transportation. Nowhere in the past a Persian, American, Chinese could be in Dubai and talking to the world, whether it's in the US or anywhere else. So transportation, telecommunication that started by telegram in 1844, the turning point of humanity, when the entire US patent was closing its office, announced that anything that humanity was about to invent had already been completed. Nothing more was left for the invention. Whereas it changed. So we see that in the transportation, telecommunication, and also in the realities of environment, in the challenges, the world is united, or you can say forced to be united. But yet in our conceptions, understandings, in our prejudices, and in our lack of will, or we should call it the other way around, in a positive way, in our determination to create a unified will, vision, and be unified in great world undertakings, so we can tackle the challenges together. In this, not only in our vision and on our thinking, we are still falling short and behind, because we have limited allegiances. We have allegiance either to our own religion, but not to other people's religions, to our own language and our own civilization, but not the civilization of others. We are not well-wishers of humankind. We are mostly still self-centered. That shift is what will make the future. That shift that will be implanted into the childhood from the early on to find their calling, their vision, their mission, the all-inclusive love of humanity. At the same time, our institutions are falling behind. So the reality of the age is way ahead of us. The practicality of the institutions is way early. That means we have become spiritually, let's say first, physically, we have become giants. Spiritually, we are still midgets. We are still at early stage of our consciousness. It is our joint effort to both remind ourselves, mirror each other, but at the same time to collaborate, because no heightened level of consciousness nor results will come only by words and by talk. Unless and until we roll the sleeve, get engaged and involved with each other, create legacies that will last. That is what, for example, I decided to create Future Trends. It is an attempt to create an entity that is both, we can call it a business, a financial, as well as humanitarian. It is both non-governmental, yet works with a lot of national governments and breaks the borders. It is both practical, pragmatic. It is also visionary. We need to create what we call an interdisciplinary, international, bringing the cultures and civilizations together through trade, commerce, cooperation, in a manner that first prefers the others over ourselves. We first think of what are the benefits to the others. In transactions we make, we don't go and try to make our commission's share the highest and the others the lowest. We'll first consider the others, then our own level and station will be elevated. Only when we in the family, we practice unity. Then in the society, we practice unity. Then in our transactions. So then we will learn how to create a unified world order, a new world order that is not political. It is consciousness. Finally, it is in the practice that we learn that basically the vision is how to traverse, how to walk the spiritual path with practical feet. The world is divided between the highest of the prejudices is the prejudice of the visionary idealists versus pragmatists. People who have a lot of wealth, they look down at people who are sacrificing and doing service and saying that these people are living in the clouds. They are not really doing things. And then those that are very idealistic and to the point that they are very dry and try to be very, what we call it, sacred, they look at those who made money and they look down upon them. They said, these people are too materialistic. We need to even break that misunderstanding that the two can go hand in hand. The twin wings of humanity, material prosperity and spiritual enlightenment can go hand in hand. And it is in fact the other way around. Unless and until we are able to bring all the money makers to become the visionaries and service oriented and help humanity. And all those who have visions, but they don't know how to make money, they become actually wealth makers for themselves and for the world of humanity. So we need to create models that produces both results and in our meager way, make these models become the cells that everyone gets involved. It is only through involvement and what we call interdependence in action that we can create the result and the difference. Thank you very much. Sorry for listening to my long conversation. Thank you.